Hello everybody, and welcome to the Marvel A to Z series here on the Richest Realm channel. In this series, we'll be looking at the characters throughout the Marvel Universe, looking into their powers, story history, allies, and enemies. There'll be some big names you've heard of, and some you may not, as well as some weird and wonderful creations throughout Marvel's history. I'm going to start off with a shout out to Beyond the Void and Safik for their comments on last week's video, and now let's get right into it with this week's episode, the letter I. Born a mutant, Bobby Drake was almost lynched when his abilities manifested. Bobby was saved by Cyclops of the X-Men and became the second recruit to Professor Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. Adopting the codename Iceman, Bobby fought as one of the X-Men, battling such opponents as Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Juggernaut, and the Robotic Sentinels. After a confrontation with a young Jean Grey from the past and a younger Bobby Drake displaced in time, his older self confessed to being gay, and inspired by a new self-confidence, began living as an openly gay mutant. On a night out in Florida, Bobby met Romeo, who turned out to be an Inhuman in the middle of an assignment from the Royal Inhuman diplomats. Bobby and Romeo hit it off and started dating sometime later. Bobby went off to college at UCLA. During his time there, Bobby and Warren Worthington III were attacked by Harpies who were trying to locate Venus. The two young heroes were joined by Ghost Rider, Black Widow and Hercules, who all decided to stick together as a team, becoming the champions of Los Angeles. On a summer break, Bobby visited his former teammate and best friend Hank, and briefly became associated with the Defenders. After the founding Defenders were convinced to leave the team, Iceman played a pivotal role alongside Hank and Angel in the organisation and cohesion of the team. After his completion of college and a short time as an accountant for Harris, it was discovered that Jean Grey was still alive after being believed dead for many years. Believing that the X-Men were no longer following Xavier's dream, Bobby joined his former teammates and founding members of the X-Men in the formation of X-Factor, an organisation that intended to seek out and aid mutants under the pretense of hunting them down as a menace to society. The public assumed they were humans hunting mutants, where in fact they were training young mutants in the use of their powers at the X-Factor complex. But when the X-Men split into two factions, Bobby co-founded the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning with Wolverine. The Iron Fist is granted to the Chosen of Kunlun, one of the cities of heaven. In modern times, philanthropist Danny Rand controls the Iron Fist. At the age of 9, he accompanied his parents and their treacherous business partner Harold Meacham to Kunlun. Both his parents were killed on the journey, and only Danny Rand made it to the city. At the age of 19, he was gained the power of the Iron Fist, and left Kunlun to confront Meacham, but he spared him. However, later Meacham was killed by a ninja. Danny became wealthy as the co-owner of the Rand Meacham Company and partnered with Luke Cage to form the Heroes for Hire. He also joined Cage in the Avengers after the Civil War. Danny later learned that he was one of 7 immortal weapons set to battle for supremacy of their respective cities in heaven. And now it's that time where we look at a weird and wonderful creation from the Marvel Universe, and today it's the Impossible Man. On the planet of Pop-Up, its people have shape-changing abilities and live as a group mind. Then there was a Pop-Upian, born with a degree of individuality, and bored with life, this creature transformed into a spaceship and travelled to Earth, where he encountered the Fantastic Four. Finding him unbearably annoying, the Thing told the creature he was impossible, and thus this Pop-Upian was known as Impossible Man. To the Fantastic Four's annoyance, the team encountered Impossible Man many times. When Galactus was threatening to consume Counter-Earth, Impossible Man tricked him into eating Pop-Up instead, giving him a bad case of cosmic indigestion. With his people's consciousness living within him, Impossible Man set about rebuilding the Pop-Up race. Amatsu Mikaboshi appeared to kill him during the Chaos War, but the Impossible Man soon popped up alive again. So that wraps up this video. Please hit that like button, and if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to drop me a comment of your favourite character starting with the letter I, and you might get a shout out in the next video.